was actually melting today, which is kind of nice, but it's gonna suck tonight because you know, ice and everything. Get some black ice, die a little bit maybe. Gonna be headed to the gym. Here we go.
Straight.
Finally replaced. I didn't think they would happen. This was kind of the area that got really damaged in this area right here, due to God knows what. It was really super shiny, so I guess I didn't realize how you know, old and dated it was, but it's really, it looks, I mean, it's brand new for obvious reasons, but it looks 10 times better. It doesn't have that sheen. I think it was just all the stuff to treat it that was on there, but it's really beautiful now. And I say that loosely because it's a hard plastic regardless. I mean, it's good quality regardless, but it makes me happy to have done. I had been thinking about selling the car, not for any other reason other than I'm weird like that, like getting new toys pretty often. But it's really hard to want to sell this car. It has everything that I need, everything that I want. It briefly got stuck in a snowbank. Definitely wasn't my driving. But you know, got it out no problem with some snow tires. It, you know, a little shoveling, a little elbow grease. I mean, any vehicle would have gotten stuck. And I got out no problem. So something, few pointers for the car. Yeah.
I discovered that to get your quarter pounders replaced was pretty easy. I just went to the dealership, set up an appointment. You know, I was polite, wasn't very expectant. Told the service manager that car was from California originally, went to Georgia. And they're like, yeah, in Georgia, you know, that's where we got most of the reports. California, most of the reports. So it might be a little bit tricky if you're elsewhere where it's not as muggy, not as hot. But it gets hot everywhere. I mean, in the Midwest, it gets pretty hot, you know. So just emphasize that your quarter panels are experiencing some warping, some discoloration. Mostly the keywords that they're looking for is warping. And then just getting sticky. If you don't disclose that, they don't find that, you're likely not gonna get that warranty covered. Now, people are saying that the warranty has expired, but I did this last week, and what's strange is the car is 2010, so in theory, it should have been done and over with. If it was manufactured by 2009, should have been done and over with, you know, in 2019. It should have been taken care of, or just not done at all. But they still covered it, strangely enough. 2021. It was set to expire in May, I think, or March, I can't remember. But very close, got very close. They still took care of it. Got nice brand new panels all around, all four doors. The dash was taken care of. So yeah, check in with your Lexus dealer. I guess it depends on the Lexus dealer. Sometimes too, they're not, some of them aren't as, you know, great at taking care of you. I got a great Lexus loaner. Didn't have to worry about anything. I got a Lexus loaner, mind you, both days that they had my vehicle, I got a loaner. I had to return it within 24 hours, of course, but I was taken care of. So just check it out, and you know, maybe you'll get a brand new dash and panels. So even if they're not dramatically warped, you know, still looks great. So
no, it's my first time.
the first thing to look at is, or rather, the best way to make sure that you're getting a great oil change is to do it yourself. If you're like me, you're busy, your garage is packed with stuff for whatever reason, or you simply don't have a garage. It's not anything special, nothing significant from another car, but you do want to make sure that you get the right amount of oil, which most people say 10 quarts. It's like 9.8 technically, but 10 quarts is right on the money. And then engine oil, you can go on forums arguing all day long as to what the best is. Mobile 1 extended seems to be the consensus. Now for me, I'm upper middle class. I'm not rich, however. I have other toys, I have other expenses, I have my house, other bills. So I, especially in buying this car, I didn't buy the most expensive car because I wanted something that I could drive, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't be taking care of it. So I want the best oil for a budget. I'm not going to treat it like, now I'm going to clarify, I'm going to take care of it, but I'm not going to treat it like I'm driving a Lamborghini or you know, a high-end car, an expensive car. If I spent $30,000-$40,000 on it, maybe that might change my idea, but to my knowledge, Mobile 1 has proven in tests that it is more than sufficient. A lot of people run Mobile 1 in their ISFs, and so long as you change it every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, it can run, keyword can, run longer than that, but you're going to want to change it anyway, just to be sure that you're taking care of the car. I mean, given that it's relatively inexpensive, most people won't drive the car very often anyway. Oil changes aren't that expensive if you do it yourself. Again, if you're like me, you're either busy, I found the time, I just didn't have the space, and it's freaking cold outside, so doing it outside is out of the question. So I did take it to a shop. I know, blasphemy, whatever, but I'm not super picky about doing it myself. I am, however, picky about how they take care of my car, so that's another thing to consider. Somebody joyriding in your car, obviously want to avoid that. Best way to do that initially is just get a dash cam. You should have a dash cam anyway. I'm going to be hypocritical because I do not, but I am typically recording when I'm driving anyway with my phone, with a second phone I should say, so it's not really that big of a deal to me. However, you should have a dash cam running when you take it to the shop. That way you have proof. Most people are going to be smart enough to know what it is and aren't going to destroy your car for that reason. Number 3, the way to make sure that they are not joyriding in your car, or at least driving it excessively, is write down the odometer reading, put it somewhere visible. That way, if the odometer reading exceeds the mileage that you have set or written down, I should say, it's going to be obvious that somebody's been joyriding it. Now, if you take it to a shop with the expectation that they're going to resolve more of an issue than just changing the oil, rotating the tires, a couple miles is anticipated, because obviously they can't just simply go off of what you say. Now again, as I stated earlier, oil changes in an ISF are not anything majorly different than any other car. You're going to remove you're going to drain the pan. You're going to remove the oil filter once it's done draining. It takes quite a bit. And then you're going to seal it up. You know, do what you need to do if you don't know for sure. YouTube it. It's not that hard. It's going to be the same as any other vehicle. As I stated, you could get OEM oil filters, but it's been said that people have used Tundra oil filters to save some money. So it's not really that expensive. It's the fact that it requires roughly 10 quarts. of oil that really gets you. So you're paying probably, you know, $27 a bottle for a good Mobile One oil per 5 quarts, I should say. So, you know, ballpark of I'd say $70 to $80, just depending on what filter you end up getting and whatnot. It's pretty straightforward. It's expensive to an extent, but it's going to be cheaper than having a shop do it. Doing it at a shop typically requires, probably it's going to take, you know, $120 just to get that done, just depending where you go. If you have a good shop, a good rated shop that's relatively inexpensive, that's not that big of a deal, but it's definitely something to consider. The other thing is, all other fluids are also relatively easy to do, so long as you have the proper tools. It's nothing special. Do not be intimidated by changing fluids in the ISF. I will be doing an oil change at some point, changing fluids just to prove that it's an easy car to own, so long as you take care of it. Not going to require a bunch of maintenance. Luckily, I did find out that major issues or points of failure on my car specifically were already done and fixed, so I won't have to worry about that for quite a while, hopefully, knock on wood. But as far as all the fluids, I'm gonna get that done here within a month or two, I'd say, and I'll make some videos on that as well.